Hey, welcome to Maximum Bat Speed. Want to do a side-by-side here of two great players. On the left we have Lauren Haeger, and on the right we have Crystl Bustos. Both of them have just played the game at the highest level, and I'm just going to show you what's going on with both their swings so that you can just see. Now, unfortunately, the video on the right's a little older, so it's not as crisp as the one on the left, but you'll get a good idea what's going on here. Now, I have them both here at toe touch right here, and you can see that they're both pretty similar as far as what's going on here with their swing. You can see both of them have that slight lead bent arm right here. And again, and this is something that I really look for when I'm working with students here in Stockton, California. And you can see here both of them have very similar actions going on. And again, the hands back here by the back foot, and both players have the same thing going on. In other words, they both walked away from the hands, where their hands are getting just a pretty darn good load from both these ladies right here. And another thing that's going on right here, you're going to see here with Lauren, her shoulders are not quite as closed as Crystl's, and by that I mean you can see here with Crystl from shoulder to shoulder, you can see that her shoulders, Crystl's, is pointing more to the second baseman, where Lauren's is just pointing a little bit right of the pitcher. Now, another thing to pay attention to here is this. With Lauren right here, if I draw an outline of how she's standing right here, you're going to see that she has a little bit more weight on her back side than you see with Crystl. And with Crystl, if I do the same thing, she's a lot more symmetry in her swing right here, which I like more of what Crysl's doing. It's going to allow you to have a little bit more freedom of movement in the hips and not being restricted so much on the backside. But anyway, that's just information for you as far as what's going on here as of right now. Now, as we go further onto the swing right here, you're going to see here as they both get into heel plant right here, they're both very similar. You can see just from looking at both of them. One thing I'm going to show you here what's going on here by Crystl being a little bit more balanced. You can see here that she's already starting to allow her her knee to rotate open, where with Lauren, because she has more weight on her back side, this knee has not started to rotate yet as she starts to get her lower body rotating into the swing, and that occurs because there's just a little bit too much weight back here. And when you do that, it can create a few little problems in your swing. And one thing I highly recommend is being symmetrical. When you get to toe touch and heel plant, you want to definitely be using your lower body very well so that your hips can release. Therefore, you can get a lot more spin action as you start to get to the point of contact. Now, as we go further into the swing right here, you're going to see here as they get to both of them get to connection, they both have pretty similar action going on. Again, you can see here with Lauren here, she's pretty well connected right here, and you see here also with Crystl, her bat's right behind her as well. And again, they maintain the integrity here of the slightly bent arm with both of them. And again, at heel plant, their hands are still back by their back foot. And again, you can see here it's pretty obvious. Again, like I mentioned earlier with Crystl, and I'm going to try to get the right thing going on here. You can see here how her lower body, how her knee's starting to rotate a little better than what you see here again with Lauren. Lauren still has not, in my opinion, from watching this and playing this video over and over, has not used her lower body to the most efficient manner she could, because there's again a little bit too much weight on her back foot. Now, as I go further onto the analysis here of both these great players, you're going to see here as they continue on with their swing right here, and they're going to get now to the point where both of them here, they're getting a very good angle here. Knob starting to go to the ball with both these players right here. And eventually what's going to occur here with both these players is the knob is going to go down to the ball, and it's going to go into a rotational manner. And both Lauren and both Crystl apply this beautifully. And you're going to see how the elbow starts working up to the mouth with both of them. Now, this is crucial that you use your lower body as you start to rotate into the ball. You want to definitely use your lower body and let your lower body be the motor or the control of you making your upper body work correctly as well. So as we go further on to the swing here, you can see here how the elbow starts to work up to the mouth with both these players. See that right now? Now if I draw, well, I'll just indicate like there. Here's the mouth and there's the elbow. And you can see here with both Crystal and with Lauren, they're both working, the elbows working up to the mouth right there. See that? And you can see here I have them pretty close synced up. They both have pretty similar action going on right here. And I really like what's going on here. Now if they both get to the point of contact right here, and I'll go ahead and put them pretty much at the point of contact right here. One thing I'm going to show you what's going on. Now pay attention what's going on here with Lauren with her back foot, and pay attention what's going on with Crystal and her back foot. Now as they both start to swing right here, again what I mentioned to you earlier about Crystal being a little more balanced and being able to use her lower body a little better. Watch how Crystal releases that back foot, where Lauren is just, she's basically just squishing the bug. And what this does for you players out there, it deprives you of that freedom of your hips to be able to use to their full potential. And you can see here with Crystal, one of the reasons why Crystal was just such an amazing dominant player in her time is, I believe, it's not only because she was such a strong young lady, but she also had the ability to use her lower body at that particular time where this wasn't really being taught that often. She was applying that hip release, therefore releasing her back foot. You see that, what's going on with her back foot right there? That again, you see here with both these players here, as I put them next to each other right here, both great players. They both just applied beautiful mechanics right here for the most part. And you can see here how they use their lower body. And again, Crystal uses it a little better than Lauren does. But again, both of them using great mechanics, barrel below the hands. And then they both here, you can see here, they both get to this beautiful extension right there. And you can see here with both these players right here, the bat right there is going up to like of the height of the pitcher's head. And you can see here with Crystal, again, doing the same exact thing. And this is what you want for your particular swing. Now, one thing I'm going to show you here, once they get to the front side right here, and this is what I was mentioning to you earlier, if I draw a line from the bottom of Crystal's foot to all the way to her head, you're going to see no gap at the belt buckle. What happens when you don't do that with let your hips release correctly, and I do the same thing with Lauren right here, you can see here that she has a little bit of a gap right here. Now this isn't mandatory to be a great hitter, but again with me, I feel the closer you can get to a front axis and rotate on one axis like this, the more freedom you're going to have for your body to rotate more freely than when you have more of this kind of a one stage and then another stage here. Now I hope this video has been helpful for both for my audience today. I hope you learned something. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Again, both these ladies here just applied great mechanics when they played. Beautiful, beautiful swings. Thanks for watching Maximum Bat Speed. Again, please give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Have a good day.